You think you know Real Madrid? The kings of Europe, the badge kissed by legends. The team you grew up admiring or envying. But what if I told you there's something about this club that nobody talks about? A truth so uncomfortable that it's been buried under trophies, parades, and highlight reels. We'll get to that truth, but first, let's peel back the layers. They call it the most successful football institution in the world. But rewind the story and you'll find that Real Madrid's rise wasn't just built on football. It's a blend of politics, power plays, and one hell of a marketing strategy. Let's start at the very beginning, 1902, the birth of a club. But even then, it wasn't just about sport. The year before, Spain had lost a war against the US. The country was divided. Barcelona and Madrid were becoming rivals on the pitch. And in the shadows, something else was brewing. Now, Catalonia wanted independence. Madrid was a threat to that, and General Primo de Rivera, well, he saw an opportunity. In 1923, he staged a coup ending Spanish democracy, and the club was right there in the middle of it. They became a symbol of power for the regime. As Franco rose to power, so did the club. Now, you might say, okay, that's history, but how does that affect today? Well, ask yourself this. If your team has been favored for decades, how long does it take before winning becomes a habit? Some call it the curse of the white shirts, others, divine intervention. But one thing's for sure, Real Madrid doesn't lose much. And when they do, somehow it never seems to matter. Remember the 2018 Champions League final? They allegedly lost that match, but they still lifted the trophy. How? Well, ask Liverpool fans. They'll tell you all about it. Look, we're not saying it's rigged, but sometimes you have to ask, how many breaks can one team get? I mean, red cards for their opponents. Oh, and referees who are called pro-Madrid. Now, that's not our opinion. That's word on the street. And if you've noticed, Madrid doesn't complain about the decisions. Why? Because they know it's part of the game. Then there's the Bernabeu. It's the home of Real Madrid, also known as the eighth player. When you're playing for Madrid, you better be ready for the 12th man because those stands can get loud. But why? Why is it always packed? Well, partly because of the club's marketing strategy. If you want to watch Madrid, you have to buy a membership first. And that gives you the right to buy tickets. So if you want to go to a game, you're basically signing up to support the club financially. And with 100,000 members, you can see why the stadium is always full. And let's not forget the money. Real Madrid is one of the richest clubs in the world. Forbes puts their value at $5.1 billion, and it's not surprising why. In 2022, they broke all records with 713 million euros in revenue. And here's the kicker, they've done it without a shirt sponsor. Imagine that. But perhaps the biggest reason they keep winning is Florentino Perez. He's the mastermind behind the modern Madrid. And his secret, it's simple. If it brings money, he's all in. Remember the Galácticos, the BBC era? Yeah, that's his doing. He brought in stars like Ronaldo and Kaká and changed the way football was played, but that era ended badly. No titles, a whole lot of drama, and a massive debt, but Perez didn't care. He knew the brand was bigger than the balance sheet. So here's the truth. Yes, Real Madrid is the most successful club in the world, but it hasn't been easy. The road is paved with power plays, questionable decisions, and yes, a bit of controversy. But hey, who's counting? After all, in the world of football, success is often judged by one thing, trophies. And Madrid has them in abundance. So whether you love them or hate them, one thing's for sure, Real Madrid knows how to make history. The question is, what kind of history?